American.
I want to speak to your manager.
Standard British.
I want to speak to your manager.
New York.
I want to speak to your manager.
Scouse.
I want to speak to your manager.
Welsh.
I want to speak to your manager.
Devonshire.
I want to speak to your manager.
British RP.
I want to speak to your manager.
Australian.
I want to speak to your manager.
Cockney.
I want to speak to your manager.
Southern American.
I want to speak to your manager.
West Country.
I want to speak to your manager.
New Zealand.
I want to speak to your manager.
Essex.
I want to speak to your manager.
Northern Irish.
I want to speak to your manager.
Scottish.
I want to speak to your manager.
Yorkshire.
I want to speak to your manager.
Spanish.
I want to speak to your manager.
Irish.
I want to speak to your manager.
Geordie.
I want to speak to your manager.
French.
I want to speak to your manager.
South African.
I want to speak to your manager.
German.
I want to speak to your manager.
Jamaican.
I want to speak to your manager.
Russian.
I want to speak to your manager.
Canadian.
I want to speak to your manager.